It's circa 600 BC, ancient Greece. At this point in time, mathematics had only been used for simple practical purpose, like farming. However, the Greeks refined maths into a theoretical way of understanding the world around us through abstraction and logical reasoning. Their development of mathematical concepts laid the groundwork for others to build on in the progression of Western civilization. Hi everyone, we are Madesh and Chinmin, and welcome to today's video, where we will talk about some of the most important Greek mathematicians in history, their most famous theorems, and the amazing proofs behind them. Firstly, Thales of Miletus. He is considered to be the first Greek mathematician. He also introduced both practical and theoretical usage of geometry to mathematics, and was the first to apply deductive reasoning to geometry. He actually has two theorems named after him, but we'll only be focusing on one today, the Thales theorem. It states that any triangle in a circle with one side equaling the diameter and a point on the circumference has a right angle. This can be proven by showing that since lines OA, OC, and OB are the radius of the circle are thus equal, making triangle AOB and triangle COB isosceles triangles. When angle BAO is represented by alpha and angle BCO is represented by beta, angle ABO is equal to alpha and angle CBO is equal to beta, since they are in isosceles triangles. From this we get the equation angle BAC plus angle ABC plus angle BCA equals alpha plus beta equals 180 degrees, which can be simplified to 2 times alpha plus beta equals 180 degrees. In the end, we will get alpha plus beta equals 90 degrees. Since angle ABC equals alpha plus beta, angle ABC would always be 90 degrees, no matter the angle of alpha and beta. That was Thales and his theorem. Now let's talk about the next mathematician, shall we? Next is Pythagoras of Samos. He's a polymath who had many discoveries in a variety of fields. He influenced mathematicians of his time and beyond, such as Plato, Copernicus, and Newton. He has many mathematical discoveries to his name, but the most famous is the Pythagorean theorem. The Pythagorean theorem has more proofs than the number of days in a year. However, we will only be able to show one proof for today. The following angle is the algebraic proof. If we label each side of the triangle as A, B, and C, with C as the hypotenuse and A and B as the other two sides are shown in diagram 2, we can see a huge square being formed with C as its length as shown in diagram 1. Inside the large square, there is a smaller square with the length B minus A, which can be seen from the difference of the length B and the breadth A of two triangles. From this, we can form a formula for the area of the large square as C squared to be equal to the area of the smaller square and the four triangles, which is B minus A whole square plus 4 times half times A times B, upon expanding giving us A square plus B square minus 2AB plus 2AB. By simplifying this, we get the result that C square equals A square plus B square, or more commonly known as A square plus B square equals C square.
And finally, we have Euclid. He's considered the father of geometry and is most well known for his book Elements, which established the foundation of geometry that dominated the field until 2000 years later. This included the 5 postulates, which are shown at the bottom of the screen, and the 5th postulate eventually outlined the basis for spherical and hyperbolic geometry. He also wrote works on perspective, conic section, spherical geometry, number theory, and mathematical rigor. Euclid's theorem also proved that there are infinitely many prime numbers, which is fundamental to subjects relating to number theory and prime factors. Now we come to the present. Looking through the discoveries of all these mathematicians, one can see how they've influenced the modern day. For example, Pythagoras' theorem allows us to calculate area and perimeter of triangles much more easily, and Euclid's works are still relevant to this day. Even the word mathematics derives from the Greek word mathema, which means subject of instruction. Truly, without the ancient Greeks and their work on mathematics, our world would not be the same as it is today, and for that we have to thank them. Just like we have to thank the sponsor of today's video, NordVPN.